Joining us now in a First on CNBC interview is Jay Timmons, President and CEO of the National Association of Manufacturers. Good to see you, Jay. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be with you.
So do you think this messaging is sensible? Is it required? Do you think your members are already kind of on board with some of the benefits being talked about?
Well, I think it's very sensible, and we're thrilled to finally have a partner in the White House that is taking COVID very seriously, understands that if we don't get this under control, we will never get our economy back. We will never get our society back. So it's great to have this partnership with the president, with the administration. Yes, our manufacturers have been very serious about this from the start. The National Association of Manufacturers had launched about a year ago our Creators Respond effort and campaign to get people to wear masks and to also distance and to do all the right things, because we knew that we have very unique facilities and we wanted to keep our workers safe, their families safe, their communities safe.
Do you think that masks are something that might stay around for longer than just getting over the initial, not curing the pandemic, but people are kind of more used to wearing them, happy to wear them, and may well wear them more long term?
I think, Wilford, that may well be what we see. Certainly until we figure out how these variants and mutations are going. We've already heard from our champions, the pharmaceutical manufacturers, the heroes, frankly, that will save us from this pandemic, that we may need some booster shots every few years or every year, perhaps. The real issue right now, of course, in addition to wearing masks and distancing and doing the other things that are proper, is to get everybody to get vaccinated. So this partnership with the Biden administration is designed to do exactly that. I was talking to a manufacturer in Texas, for instance, and they have 650 employees. Only 150 of those employees were willing to get vaccinated. That means 70% were not. So the purpose of our This Is Our Shot project at the NAM, and you can find that, This Is Our Shot, NAM.org/This Is Our Shot, will allow us to get into these manufacturing communities and get people excited about solving this problem. We're going to also launch, by the way, a ribbon campaign so that people can proudly wear a ribbon showing that they have gotten vaccinated, and hopefully convince some of their friends and neighbors and family members to do the same.
Jay, it's Sarah. I wanted to ask you about China specifically, because we're starting to see some contours of the Biden administration's policies there. And Wall Street Journal was reporting that the Biden administration plans to go through with this sweeping Trump-era rule that would allow the Commerce Department to block technology-related business transactions in the name of national security, I think against business requests. This could impact a number of industries. Could you weigh in on what that would do?
Well, look, I think it makes sense to be very cautious and be on guard about serious threats to our national security. I think it also makes sense. We've seen over the years, unfortunately, we've seen how China does business. We've seen, A, that it's not a level playing field, and B, that China cheats. So, having a strong and focused policy on leveling the playing field and playing by the rules, I actually think is a pretty good idea. But cybersecurity is a huge issue for manufacturers, as you could imagine, Sarah. We don't want our members and we don't want our companies to find themselves being held up by ransomware or having their secrets stolen or having all of their systems breached. So we're glad to work with the administration to figure out what the right course forward is. And the president giving himself and the administration the tools to protect American business from these threats, I think is a reasonable thing. But we're going to have conversations moving forward about how do we balance our ability to do business, not only here and around the world, with these national security and economic security implications.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.